ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
A handoff. It's Murray. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Norris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. So that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
There you go.
2nd down, Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Prescott. He finds Corey Davis. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here you go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Caught right side, Davis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Prescott yet again. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
You go 46.
They'll throw again. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
You go 46.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
Here's Miller. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now it's Jackson. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Murray. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Prescott looks to throw on first. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Get out. Here we go, 46. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, Jackson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. Oh, what a move. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A first down throw for Prescott. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott on first down. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Miller. And some strong running. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Lamar Miller. There he goes inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Will Fuller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw on third down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. He was looking for Crabtree that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Kill.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Prescott. And Davis with it left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Crabtree the target on that one. That'll bring up second down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
That was second down run for Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit!
To throw is Jackson on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a first and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first and 10, Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Back now in Baltimore. Prescott now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Davis. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. After the penalty, it's Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's Prescott. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Marcel Darius able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Flacco looking for his first toss. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Now he steps away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. First carry for the fullback, Aaron Ripkowski, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Prescott now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Going to 54. Right here.
On 3rd down, Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Cowboys, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.